Hey, everybody, welcome to A Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. I hope you're all staying warm. I got a nice toasted cup of coffee here. You guys need anything? Can I get you guys anything? You want to see bring the dessert tray around or anything? You guys are good? All right, thanks so much. I'm just going to drop this right here. You know, whenever you're ready, no rush, okay? I'm here all night. Now, folks, like all of you, I'm deeply worried about the disease sweeping this country. Fascism. And COVID, but one plague at a time, please. The House did their part to inoculate democracy yesterday when they impeached the president. I'll tell you all about what happens next in tonight's edition of Don and the Giant Impeach 2. Go fast, we're furious.
I'm a racist.
What a schmuck I was.
I'm stuck.
How long does he stay up there? I don't know. Does this go on indefinitely if I don't talk? Okay. After he incited, I assumed he would leave. After he incited the assault on our nation's capital, it only took a week for the House to impeach the president. Nancy Pelosi explained the rush.
He must go. He is a clear and present danger to the nation that we all love.
All love, Nancy? It's a nice sentiment, but I think in Ted Cruz's case, he doesn't so much love the country as stalk it from behind a tree in the front yard. Yes, the most powerful man on earth is mentally unstable, a habitual liar, prone to fits of rage, and has assembled a private army of violent followers who will do anything he commands. Every moment he stays in office puts lives at risk. So, right after the vote, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell announced there wouldn't be a trial until after January 20th. That's where the Democrats messed up. If they really wanted to get rid of him, instead of impeaching the president, they should have just nominated him for the Supreme Court. McConnell would have had him in a black robe the next day. Now, there's a lot that's still up in the air about how the Senate is going to handle this, such as how long will the trial be, when it will be held, and how it will be structured. We're leaving a madman in office because of logistics. Look, the Senate. There's about 10,000 unemployed wedding planners in this country right now. I'm sure they'd be happy to put their skills to good use. We could have this guy impeached by Friday with photographs of the whole family, amazing centerpieces, a cocktail hour with past hors d'oeuvres, and a band that can play Uptown Funk, whether you want them to or not. Gonna get you. McConnell's inaction will almost certainly allow the president to serve out his final days in office. It's a scary thought. But letting the president serve out his last 6 days means one final infrastructure week. I can't wait until the president unveils all those bridges and tunnels he's built in secret. Plus, I got to imagine this is the week he reveals his plan for health care. I've heard it's a beautiful plan, much, much better than Obamacare, and cheaper too. Everyone's going to love it, especially people with pre-existing conditions. 6 days ought to be enough, right?
We're signing a health care plan within 2 weeks.
Oh, so close. Better luck next time. By which I mean, please don't let there be a next time. Now, getting impeached for a second time seems to have gotten his attention, along with the news that once he leaves office, he could be arrested and charged with inciting a riot, among other things. So last night, he went on the internets and tried to assure the nation that he was a man of peace, and he did not assure us.
I cannot emphasize that there must be no violence, no law-breaking, and no vandalism of any kind.
Yes, he cannot emphasize that there would be no violence because he'd like to see a little violence. It's been just over a week since the violent insurrectionists attacked the Capitol, but the danger is far from over. Today, federal law enforcement warned that domestic extremists are likely more emboldened to carry out attacks on Joe Biden's inaugural and throughout 2021. God, no! 2021 was supposed to be the year things got better. Come on, terrorists. In a couple of months, you could be hugging your grandmas and going to water parks. I'm telling you, that is way more fun than being hogtied in the cell next to Joker Tsarnaev's. 2021 is supposed to be the year of the sea shanty. They're fun. Wailing songs. The fascist threat is growing. According to the FBI, online chatter about more violent demonstrations is off the charts right now. That's right. The threats are chart-topping. You can experience all the hits at home with, now that's what I call the foul harvest of America's racist past, volume 244. Because of these violent, anti-American numbnuts, this year's inauguration is less democratic celebration and more military occupation. When Biden takes the oath, he'll be guarded by more than 20,000 National Guard members. Holy tactical pants! Now, if you have trouble telling your rioters in camo from the good guys in camo, the National Guard will be the ones without the Confederate flags. I hope. A presidential inauguration is supposed to be a moment for Americans to witness a peaceful transfer of power. Instead, thanks to the president and his bloodthirsty goons, the National Mall will be closed on Inauguration Day. Is there any chance this was all just a long con to make sure somebody else had a smaller inaugural crowd than his? The lockdown extends all the way to the top because after decades of being known as the senator who rides the train to the Capitol, President-elect Joe Biden will no longer take the Amtrak to Washington next week to be sworn in. However, to make up for it, Justice Roberts will be wearing a conductor's hat and utter the phrase, "Next stop, POTUS Junction, all aboard, toot toot." It's no surprise that people in the president's inner circle are attempting to distance themselves from the poisonous POTUS, including political power pair Jared and Ivanka, seen here after being summoned by a haunted music box. The president is apparently angry at Ivanka and Jared over their plan to attend President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration. The president is angry with Ivanka. It's probably not that serious. It's just he wishes they were lovers' quarrel. But the president's anger worked because soon after his hissy fit, Ivanka changed her tune and is now not expected to attend. Why was she going to attend? Well, there's a chance that Jarvanka might have been trying to get an invite to an exclusive country club in their new neighborhood because they recently became owners of one of only 29 residences located on Indian Creek Island, but haven't yet joined the country club there because many members are objecting, particularly after the events at the Capitol. You know you've crossed a line when even the billionaire country club turns you away. We have to draw the line somewhere. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a tea time with some fine fellows I met on Jeffrey Epstein's plane. We're going to hunt my new caddy with crossbows. 4, how about some unity? While Jared and Ivanka might be on the outs with the president, there are still a few family members willing to go down with the ship because Eric and Don Jr. are now some of the only people who are willing to talk to him. Dad, it's going to be just you and me, and we're going to be together forever. People, let me tell you about my best friend. Sing it, Dad. He's a warm-hearted friend. Where are you going, Dad? Mrs. Livingston. For those of you who think you couldn't dislike Jared and Ivanka more, we have an important update. Apparently, Secret Service assigned to Jared and Ivanka were forced to find alternative toilets after they were instructed not to use any of the half-dozen bathrooms inside the couple's house at the family's request. Although I do understand the Kushner's toilets might be very busy right now with Jared and Ivanka flushing their social lives and political futures down them. Now, for a while, agents went down the street to a bathroom in a garage at Barack and Michelle Obama's house. That was generous of them. But the former president's detail banned them after a Secret Service supervisor from the Kushner detail left an unpleasant mess in the Obama's bathroom. You messed up Barack Obama's bathroom? Come on, the man is retired. He is literally too old for this. After their restroom privileges were revoked at the Obamas, the agents assigned to Jared and Ivanka began driving a mile away to use a restroom at Mike Pence's home, or as they codenamed it, I am dropping a number 2 at number 2's. But Secret Service needed a more permanent place to answer nature's call. So since September 2017, the federal government has been spending $3,000 a month, more than $100,000 to date, to rent a basement studio with a bathroom from a neighbor of the Kushner family. $100,000. That is some expensive crap, which I gotta say is really on brand for Ivanka. Now, I was not a fan of this couple before, but it seems particularly douchey of Jared and Ivanka not to let Secret Service in their bathrooms. I'm just saying, these are men and women who literally would take a bullet for you. The least you can do is let them take a leak. And one guy who's definitely not going to be hanging out with the president much when this is over is lawyer and man reading the Google results for Rudy Giuliani, Rudy Giuliani. After POTUS lost the election, Rudy crisscrossed the country, pinching out his arguments in court in a desperate effort to overturn the legal results of the election, which ended with 1 win and 64 losses. 1 in 64, a record known as the Knicks, I am told by those who follow such things. But now, I'm mostly into the sea shanties these days. But now, this one doesn't want me to talk about sea shanties. Why are you trying to get me off? Just because you weren't on the sea shanty train when I was way ahead of you on the whole sea shanty thing. And now everyone knows that 2021 is the year of the sea shanty. And you're like, I don't think so. Come on, Grandpa. Get in the boat. We're rowing out to the sloop. And we're going after the sperm whales. What are you doing? You don't have any buttons. You can't do anything at this point. Just read. Just read. Wow. My apologies to everybody. But now, and I know it's hard to believe, the president has turned on Rudy and refuses to pay him for his legal work. Sucks for Giuliani. Now he's going to have to make money on the side bottling Uncle Rudy's original skull syrup. The president is so serious about not paying his attorney that he has said he must personally approve any reimbursements for the expenses Giuliani incurred while traveling on his behalf. Traveling expenses, well, there's no way the president's going to pay for Rudy's gas when he was already giving it away for free. Though I could understand wanting to take a closer look at Rudy's expenses, given that so far he submitted receipts for Delta business class brand plastic bottle vodka, Uber XL t-shirt that I slept in behind the racetrack, and pay-per-view porn, oops, all cousins. We got a great show for you tonight. My guest is Bernie Sanders. Stick around. There once was a ship called the Belly O.T. The name...